Hello. Want to see a magic trick? Uh, Greenzo Pixo. We got some cool stuff to do today. 1 p.m. This is still getting some views. I'm hoping it'll eventually get into the algorithm. It might. We'll see about that. Some finance and... To be fair, that's not a bad idea. I do need to find some ways to monetize some stuff. Alright, so a couple quick things, and then we will start on the goal for today, which is going to be to get the C environment to run purely in the browser. We're going to do some neural net dev in C and a few other things. A couple quick things I'd like to point out here. Chung is doing some awesome stuff with Puffer, so you can go ahead and follow him. But other than that, it looks like we've gotten at least some nice reception to this on Twitter. So I'm happy to see this. Let's get started on doing some proper dev, though. Oh, yeah, the one other thing. Repository 966. We might actually hit 1,000, which would be amazing. Let's get started on this. So we have the C client working. Now to get this to build for web, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Embed file. I think I just have to embed a few different files, right? So build moba.c, and then what files does this need? This all of them? I think there are a couple more, right? Game map numpy. I don't know if it's if the command, if you have to specify the flags this way. It might just be a whole list of them. Okay, and now raylib source. So we have to copy raylib over. See what this does. Right, EMCC needs to be active. I forgot about that. Let me go look up what the... I forget how to activate this thing. I've also heard that maybe there's a way that you don't need this. Welcome, YouTube folks. Okay. What the heck? How did this run? This doesn't have any types on it. Wait. What? That's weird. Wait, there's gotta be something wrong here, right? Am I just forgetting? No, this actually builds. Okay, I actually don't know how the heck that builds. Without the types on stuff. And also... Okay. Right, this is per window. This is doing something. We do technically have a game HTML here. Can I actually, like, play it? It can't be this easy, right? I was expecting to have to deal with a ton of bullshit. Well, so I have to put this in Puffer.ai GitHub IO, right? So I have to, like, copy, build, hank / docker, Puffer.ai GitHub IO, docs. Okay. So now... Okay, so this does not build, it looks like. Error. No. Uh, failed to load. I think this has to be built. This might have to be built. Hold on. Okay. I got a bunch of spam garbage, and then there was something up here. Oh, this is good. Okay, so now we actually do have... Oh wait, the snake game doesn't work either. The snake game definitely works. Do I have to push this to test it? Oh wait, it was I think you had to do like HTTP server. Yeah, I'm remembering now. Okay, so there's... You need to actually be running... Okay, so now we have the snake one working locally, right? Oops, not settings. Out of memory. What? Is this because of the AI pathing? This is probably AI pathing, right? Control Shift. Yeah, this shows you how much web dev I do. So I'm realizing here I have 250 megabytes worth of pre-computed pathing that can't be client side, right? That's a problem. What do I do about that? That's actually kind of tricky. Well, I'm assuming this is the error in the first place, but like regardless, we can't have 250 megs worth of stuff that has to load in a web page. I totally forgot about that. So that's like nothing. Client, that's like nothing in an app, right? So the thing that's going on here is there is a 128 by 128 by 128 tensor that contains the direction that you should move. So if you're anywhere on the map, 128 by 128, right, that's the first two, and you want to get to any other position on the map, that's the second 128 by 128, then it tells you the direction that you should move. So basically, it lets you fully automate the creep pathing and such. And this handles obstacles and everything. So yeah, this is going to be the thing that we have to hack around. I'm very surprised though, like, why does this just straight up OOM? Yeah, it's a really cool technique, right? But why the heck does this thing just straight up OOM? Does it take long to bake? Like 3 seconds. And it's pre-computed. Well, I guess we'll have to, like, remove this for now, which is really obnoxious. I don't know what we're gonna do without this, though. I mean, this was, like, a really cool thing that I came up with. Right? Maybe I can run the little demo for you. Test BFS. Okay, so here it is. So this is what we're pre-computing here. Look how fast this is, right? Like literally anywhere I put this on the map, I get the optimal path to here. And if I go on like, an obstacle, then there's no optimal path. Really snazzy, right? And like this will run as fast as you want it to run because it's not actually having to compute paths. In fact, I could make this thing substantially faster because right now this client is in Python. But if we can't store these paths, then what are we going to do? Because, like, the creeps have to come around this way. They have to path, right? And then, like, the neutrals, right? If the neutrals have to path to you, they'll get stuck on the terrain if they don't have these maps. Like, if they don't have the maps, they'll get stuck on the terrain. I guess we'll have to add, like, a backup thing for now. Yeah, but you can't do, like, you're not going to be running A-star in real time. It's just not going to happen. Well, like, technically I could do it for this demo. Hold on. Okay, this is incredibly obnoxious. But technically what I could do is I could put the fallback to do it in real time. And then when you actually train stuff, right, you use the optimized one. That's a lot of work. I've not had enough coffee for this today, man. Fair point. I'm not sure that the OM is from that. But I mean, I'm baking the, Come on. Few gigs of buffer. Well, okay, here. You can see that the WebAssembly here is 268 megs of WebAssembly. Why does that OOM it? That's actually a really good question. Let's just add the fallback anyways, because like we know that we're not going to be able to download 250 megs, right? Unless it's going to cache it. Like, will your browser cache that? So like, if you only have to do it once? But I think it's still going to be too obnoxious. Like, 250 megs for a browser thing is ridiculous. I think that's still ridiculous. Like, this is... I actually don't even, like, know why this is 182 KB of JavaScript. That's rough anyway. It really shouldn't be that rough. Hello. Can you bake it in Wasm? Well, that's what this is doing right here, right? This is the data being baked into Wasm. Technically, I could generate the data client side, and that would add 3 seconds to the load time instead of having to add 250 megs of download to it. But I think that the practical thing is just going to be to have, like, take the piece of code that is used to generate these maps, right? It's in Python now. I port it to C, and then I will run it in real time for the web version of the game, and then when you're training, I'll pre-compute it. Which is just as easy, right? Either way, I think I have to port this thing from Python to C. Because it's either going to have to run in the client or it's going to have to run in real time. Pre-compute in browser. I don't know if that's any easier. I guess it is a little easier. It's like a port anyway. Yeah. We can start, actually. Maybe the thing that you're suggesting is a little bit easier. So I have to port that portion to C regardless, though, because I can't run Python in browser. So I guess we'll just do that now, right? This is Python. Where is it? Okay, so it's only 100 lines of Python here. Really not that bad. I think we'll put this here. Let's do signed. We're not doing this. It's gonna be map. Sir, you say job? What? Not sure what you mean there. Is there no width on this? I thought I had a width on this. Yeah, there's a width. And don't need this. Now we need unsigned char. Let's do and and paths. Jeez, why is the autocomplete so bad right now? N times n times n times n. 1. And then what is this buffer? Oh yeah, there's this extra buffer object that's needed. This one doesn't need to be malloc though. But this does need to be a pointer. Comment out Python. Yeah, the funny thing is this is not an LSP. This is Super Maven. So it should actually be able to figure that out. There is no LSP. Also, this is wrong. Okay. Let's just do map. Just take a map. I'm actually going to have to make this little renderer in Python or in C just to make sure it's correct, aren't I? Mm-hmm. In a way, this is kind of fine. Will you tell me what you're making? Mm-hmm. It might not be, but it's kind of hard to test, right? Very possible. I mean, regardless, though, I'm going to have to change this. I can't have 250 megs having to be downloaded every time you load the page. So this is what we're making. I'm currently porting this from Python to C. I made this in Python, and we want to run this in write this in C so it can run anywhere, including on browser. The goal for today is to have this running on the browser, and then you all will be able to play with it, and we'll be able to train some reinforcement learning agents on this as well. It'll be easier to just have these be buffers. And then we'll do is we'll call these flat paths and flat, like this flat. So then we'll do um I need to figure out the cast for this. It's like this syntax here. So and then we do the same thing with the buffer as well. Okay, so now we have paths and buffer. Start 0 and 1. Oops. Then you return 1 as the error code. Start R, start C. Start plus plus. That looks good. Continue. Grid is 1. Yeah, this is very quick to port. And this code is brain dead, so it should just be able to port the rest of this. And I don't have to worry about it too much, because if it gets it wrong, we have options. We're going to be able to visualize this anyways. I want to thank you for being a huge inspiration with your work on Puffer and Neural MMO. Thank you. We have so much cool stuff coming as well. We have so much cool stuff coming soon. I gotta wake up today. I'm just like real tired today. Oh, I know. Duh. I started reincorporating heavy deadlifts into my training, and I forgot that every time you do that, it just burns the hell out of you neurologically for a few days. Here. I'll show you what we're building. So if you happen to be coming from the iceberg video, we're porting this entire thing to C. And in fact, it's already done. It's already ported. It's 2,000 lines of pure C. I'm making a few tweaks to it right now so that I can run this on the web. The goal is that today, you're going to be able to play this online. Isn't that cool? And from here, it's just going to be keep building out tons of ultra high performance sims in C and put them on the web so you can play them and have them be trainable at a million steps per second per GPU. OpenAI 5 was amazing. Yeah, I really think that OpenAI 5 was the best result in RL, like, ever. And we're going to be able to get pretty close to the training scale, like pretty close to the amount of data that they were processing with this project, even just with one GPU. What do you think about RL with GNNs? Has anybody made those really, really fast? Has anybody ever made those really fast? Because, like, the thing that I'm thinking about, right? This is the type of architecture you will get in a really sophisticated RL environment. And it's not, conceptually, this is actually very simple. Geometric is so slow, yeah. So right here, like this is an LSTM, which is the entire network. This is almost all the parameters of the entire network are right here. And then this is a really fancy encoder to deal with structured observation data. And this is a fancy decoder to take all the different types of actions. But if you actually look at it, like the vast majority of the parameters are just in that LSTM. So basically the only value will be as if you can make that type of architecture compile very efficiently. Let's port this to C2 so that we can play around with this. Does this say grid render? Yeah, we're gonna port this to C as well. Oh, I forgot that this uses the old grid renderer. No. This will be slightly more complicated then, but not that bad. I want to look at doing some GNN stuff in C or Jax. I'm gonna make it faster, but super busy. Yeah, tough. Like, honestly, though, I think we can probably just be a little bit clever about the way we structure our observation data. And we can probably just shred the vast majority of problems out there with RL just as is if we can just make the sims fast. I mean, I think if, like, I wanted to put this online because, like, people will see the Snake demo and go, like, oh, okay, it's Snake, like, whatever, right? But, like, when we are at the point that we can put this MOBA in the browser, then you can kind of see that there's something here. Is it C or Cython? So this is Cython. We're about to port this to C, though. We're porting the Cython to C. And I'll show you right now. I already ported the rest of the game. Here's 2,000 lines of C for the MOBA. You can use either one. You can use C or Cython. Performance-wise, doesn't make a difference. The C is really nice because we can compile it to WebAssembly, which is the main reason I'm doing this. And frankly, it's just as easy, if not somewhat easier. The one thing I really miss from Cython, though, is I really miss the memory views feature. Cython's memory view feature is amazing. I don't want anything else from it. I don't want classes. I don't want anything else. I just want the memory view feature. It's really nice. All right, so... Oh, yeah, hold on. For some reason, my C files don't work with my Super Maven. I'm gonna rename this to a .h temporarily, just so I get the autocompletes. Hello? Not working? That's weird. Oh, there, now it works. Cool. Right? Yeah. I know. There are definitely things that I really like from Cython as well. The interoperability, though, between Python, like Cython and C is somewhat obnoxious. There's a lot of binding glue that you have to do. This is fine. I don't like that this malect. I would prefer that it calec. Recommended carbs. Any other interesting contenders for hyperparameter opt? There are probably some algorithms out there that are good, but like... So here's the funny thing. In my video, no, this is literally 2 days ago, we had a bug in carbs that made the performance way worse than it should be. So it's literally way better than even the results that I showed in the video. Yeah, carbs kind of just shreds everything. It's pretty cool. This is fine, and then we need render lobastar n. And this is where we're going to port the rest of it. So we'll preemptively put all this code up there. And then main. Oops. And now we need all this, right? We actually shouldn't need all this. We should only need to make the grid, right? Well, we'll do this for now. Literally work with 100 SPS with some GNN stuff. Oh man, 100 SPS is just unbearable. Gonna sleep. See you next time. See you around. Thank you. 100 SPS is insane. Yeah, that's unusable. I really like, one of the main things lately for me is just like, performance matters so much. Because like, see, the thing is, even if it runs fast enough for you to do an experiment, right? The difference between it running fast enough for you to do like an experiment per day versus 100 experiments per day is the difference between you scratching your head having to like manually wonder about hyperparameters and other things, and just your entire research workflow being fully automated. That's the difference. Like, it will literally save you months of your life if you just have stuff be fast. I spent way too many years working with slow stuff. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. We don't need this. Okay. So the goal here is to write a little test script for this C port. Current sample efficiency meta annoys me. Did you see my video? The Dreamer v3 guy, Danager, is also the author of the original Crafter, which is like probably the most egregious example of terribly optimized Python code slowing the field down in existence. Thanks for the tips, gotta go. Optimize news puffer. Yeah, drop by stream. Lots of cool stuff happening here for dev. People get really, really mad about me at me about that one, by the way. They get like really mad. People are really protective of their like shitty sample efficiency meta. And they're doing a huge disservice to the field. Because like they're like, oh well, in industry, you can't always run stuff fast. It's like, really? Have you tried? Like, what if you just made the simulators run faster? That's one of the things I'm going to be doing with Puffer, right? Is like, I'm sure that there are some companies out there that are like trying to do RL and have their stuff written in Python. Need to spend our GPU, but yeah, seriously. It's actually really funny because like the statistical precipice paper is technically correct about everything for the most part, but like they miss the point that like researchers don't run enough experiments because y'all made the research meta take too many GPUs and we can't afford to rent your GPUs, Google. How are we gonna get more cards? Yeah. I don't know. It's silly. I'm done with it. Right? I'm done with it. I got sick of it. Now I'm just rewriting the whole RL stack. Like y'all had your fun. Now things get rewritten properly. I'm glad some people like that video. I hope it does a little better on YouTube. It really took a long time to produce. So, like, I can't really justify making more of that content with that, if it doesn't get a ton of exposure, is the problem. Which is maybe not a bad thing. It means I get to stream more, and, I get to stream more, and I get to build more stuff versus having to script out videos. The heck is this? Draw rectangle. Oh yeah, this is fine. This is just drawing the cursor. But this goes to the bottom, doesn't it? This is gonna have to go down there. I might have to go make myself more coffee though. I'm like just so freaking burnt today. I'm trying to think. I got good sleep. It's got to just be the deadlifts. Like, I'm just neurologically fried. Jeez. Hmm. Shouldn't. I might have to switch things up so I don't do that in the morning. I need to get my good work done. Mm-hmm. Paths equals energy. How's the mobile looking? Welcome, Nathan. So it runs in pure C, but we have a problem. Remember how we're computing 250 megs worth of pathing data. Well, we can't just package all that pre-computed data up and send it client side, right? So we have to redo the pre-computing of pathing stuff in C, and then we have to maybe make some adjustments. Is the main thing. We're gonna get it on the web today, though. We have to get this on the web today. Does it need to be as fast on web? No. So technically, we don't have to pre-compute for the web build, but I also don't want to maintain two different builds, so I want to bring them as close as possible. It's good to just have this stupid code in C, anyways. Because, like, technically, I can literally put this pathfinding demo underneath the MOBA to, like, show off our pathing or whatever if I want to, right? Like, none of it's going to get wasted. I'll just put it on the web page and say, like, hey, look at this, right? That's kind of the cool thing, right? Like, all the JavaScript nerds, they get to make all these things that they get to share with people because it's on the web, right? Well, now it turns out that everything that we build here is immediately shareable on the web because C to WASM, right? So that's kind of fun. You're still stuck on thesis for a few days here, yeah? Man, you need the energy for that. Oof. That's like soul-crushing work. Good luck with stupid code. Yeah, thank you. Almost there. Just get it done and submit it, honestly. I only spent like a week on my PhD thesis, you know, on like the actual putting together of that paper. Hey, P-dubs. Yo, I know you're a Rust enjoyer, but we've got the MOBA ported to Pure C. It's going well. I just realized that I can't. This is not a desktop app, so I can't just ship 250 megs of pre-computed data. So I have to fix that now. But once we fix the 250 megs of pre-computed data shenanigans, this will just run on web. Stitched a couple papers together and wrote a 40p intro. A 40-page intro? I mean, I don't think that I have 40 unique pages in my whole PhD thesis. Like, I think there's maybe 10 or 20 pages max of like stitching material total. Oh yeah, P-dubs, we've got people like making cool environments now and contributing them to Puffer. So, yeah, like Nathan's making this like awesome turn-based PvP sim. As soon as he's done with his thesis, he'll get back to that, I'm sure. And then we've got people making like a couple Atari games. There's all sorts of fun stuff. Can I do like I don't want to copy this. I actually don't know the syntax for this. I want a reference to. Is it not just like char star paths of. No, that's an array of pointers. That's not what I want. Wait, this is the same weird syntax as before, isn't it? Yeah, this is the really goofy thing. Yeah, this is real goofy. So it's like this shenanigans here, I think. Yeah, it's like star AI, or is it paths of C AI paths of like this or something. Worth it to try to write in C directly. Um, I don't want to introduce too much stuff to you all at once. So if you're not like if you have not written a bunch of stuff in C before, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like I can help you with that for sure. Um, I find that it has actually gotten to be quite easy and quite nice now that I'm used to it. But like I don't want to like confuse you or discourage you by making it harder initially, if that makes sense. Right? Like the pros, okay, the nice thing with C, right, is that you don't have to worry about um you don't have to worry about calls back to Python. You don't have to worry about the annotation tool, and your build time is instant, right? The not nice thing about C is that you don't get memory views. Does it compile as nicely as Python, though? Oh, it compiles instantly, and with way better error messages. That's the main thing, honestly. You still have to write a Python binding, mind you. You still have to write a Python binding. But, like, if you'll notice, I'm not building with Python as I'm testing this. I'm building pure C, and then I do the Python wrapper separately. That way I don't have to go through Python's gigantic build process. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is 3 positions. Yeah, yeah. Hey, welcome. These work. Yeah, this seems to port nicely. I love Raylib. Yeah, man, everybody loves Raylib. Raylib is just amazing. Rayson just writes such good software. It's like it just reminds you that there's still good stuff out there. Okay, I'm hoping that this is not screwing up the logic importing, but we'll be able to see from the demo. Love drawing triangles and curves. Yeah, it's just like low-level API for stuff, right? It's just like, honestly, the trick is always to just get a little closer to the hardware than everyone else, and you're just done. Like, you're just set, right? Hi, welcome. Not using Switch? Not really. I'm not really a Switch enjoyer. I could be converted, but I don't really see the need for it. This should just be void, shouldn't it? We'll just make this method void. Switch is faster. Is that actually true? Is that actually true? Is it a meaningful difference, or is this one of those things that like people argue like C like plus plus I or I plus plus? Checks plus jump. Well, yeah, obviously you're checking against all these different cases. The reason I don't typically enjoy I don't enjoy the switch statements is it's really easy to forget a break and then you're just screwed, right? Calculate address plus jumps since number of fair. The reason I avoid it unless I need it is because yeah, it's essentially that like if you forget the break statement, you get really weird stuff happening. Well, this is written now at least, so test path thing, right? I made this as H file because okay. For some reason, I don't know why this happens. Maybe it's because of my git ignore, but these C files don't work with uh, Super Maven. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. That's fine. We didn't actually fix the bugs in the main code yet. Because we added some stuff. So, Yeah, I forgot to change the function call syntax to be C style. Expected. Forgot some semicolons. You know what's new there. 25. Got more semicolons. 8. You're not allowed to do this anyways because this has to be defined. You have to define it's a single pass compiler, so this has to go here. Okay, so 1230. Subscripted value. Is not an array, pointer, or vector. Really? Map star map? Unsigned char. Oh, you need map offset. Okay, so now we're down to here. Pointer and integer. To fix this as well. Run finally finished after 7 hours. What are you running? Safety gym. Okay, cool. I bet you if we sped up some of those environments in Puffer, it would run in about 7 seconds instead of 7 hours. Maybe that's being a little bit too nice to Puffer. Maybe it would be 7 minutes. We did recently make GPU drive take 28 seconds instead of 2 hours. Speaking of which, I probably have been ignoring their Slack messages, haven't I? Let me open that on the side, make sure I haven't missed stuff. Okay, go away, Slack desktop app. Nobody likes Electron apps. Need continuous support? Puffer does have continuous support. I've been using Puffer lately. Love the speed. Thank you. That's going to continue. Currently porting this MOBA to run in C and also on the browser. So, I mean, I know there aren't enough cool RL environments that are fast, right? What if this thing is trainable at like 500k plus steps per second on one GPU? That's the current plan. We have this one. I have one more environment sort of similar to this in complexity. It's going to take me a couple weeks to get everything fully ported over. But yeah. Continuous action space support. No, we do have continuous action space support. We have that in dev. And you can actually see... Here, I'll show you. Give Kyung a follow on Twitter. He's been adding this stuff. We just PR'd Majoko. YCH. Where is he? Yeah, so follow Kyung on Twitter. Let me add this because he's doing a lot of this stuff for us. My mic is in the way. This is Carb Sweeps running on Majoko here. Kyung just joined Twitter, so brand new here. I'm chatting on the side here with the GPU drive folks, basically telling them the little bit of info we need to make it fast. What's wrong with this thing? Well, this is wrong, right? Like, we call this from flat paths. Yeah, you only need like this, I think. Oops. Just passing by to say you're doing awesome work. Thank you. Hopefully I can get around to playing with Puffer once I'm done writing my thesis. The best thing I can say for the thesis is to just try to have a little bit of fun with the intro and just write it super fast. Like, I spent maybe a week at most, and it was just like pasting and formatting all the papers together somewhat, and then writing like the sections in between and the intro and conclusion. Definitely don't overthink it. I put like I put way more effort into my defense than I put into the document itself. Like, nobody's gonna read that document no matter how good it is, right? It turns out that people will watch your defense on YouTube though, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. The defense talk definitely took some time. That definitely took some time. I mean, good talks and good presentations always take time, right? We'll see how the new iceberg video does. I think I delivered the content better than in my thesis at the very least. We'll see if YouTube agrees with me. But we're gonna have a lot of cool RL environments very soon, and we're definitely looking for people to help add to these. It's really not that hard to build these. You don't have to write them in C. This is just for style points. You get plus 50 to style. I have until December for the defense. Thesis has to be submitted. Jeez. Third week of October. I mean, I would just say straight up be done. Like, give yourself like 3 days or 4 days to write it. Write it and be done. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate having to do like paperwork and stuff like that. It drives me absolutely insane. Like, if I almost can only spend 3 to 4 days on it, like, that's the amount of time that I have regardless of what it is, because I'll go insane after that, anyways. Right, so this path thing doesn't work. Feel ya, yeah. I don't know. It's academic writing is just feels bad, man. Okay. Thoughts on model-based RL? So kind of the viability of anything within Puffer is going to be the same as the viability of the thing overall. Like, I'll invest in it if I see it going anywhere, right? I think that at the moment, my intuition is that world models of some form are probably going to have some use as like an auxiliary prediction in order to help guide models during learning. I don't think that like doing rollouts in hallucinated space is going to be useful in most settings though. Like I think you have to make the environments really stupidly slow for no reason in order for that to be more useful than just getting extra data. Honestly, if you think about it, a lot of the stuff I'm doing with Pufferlib is really brain dead. Like, I'm not doing any fancy algorithms. I'm not doing any like fancy math. I'm just building stuff fast, and then like you can get away with being really stupid when you can just run this number of experiments on stuff. Like it turns out you just auto solve everything. So I'm gonna just keep writing that until it stops working. And like it might just be the case that we just solve RL before this stops working, which would be pretty funny. I like autosolve RL. The heck is wrong with this? Oh, wait. That's it. By the way, since Sim is now ultra fast, what's currently the largest bottleneck? Gradient steps? Honestly, like nothing. Um, we can shave off a little bit of time here and there. There's probably like there's a little bit of CUDA bottle like memory transfer overhead, but like we have things stupidly fast enough at this point that like this is plenty at this point. Like we're gonna be able to pretty much automate everything at this scale, um, and then we'll start looking at multi GPU stuff relatively soonish, probably after we do some more sims. And there's not really a bottleneck anymore. Like the hardware only runs so fast. I totally messed up syntax here, didn't I? Okay, at least this is correct. Nice, gotta go. See you around. Thanks for dropping by. What happened here? So I think we're missing a bracket somewhere, right? Yeah, we missed some brackets because dumb. Oops. Oh, now it works. What happened here? Thank you. So we need to fix some stuff. I'm actually surprised that I got it this good on my first try. Look at this. We need to render the map, obviously. I can't... This is so incredibly, stupidly smooth, though. Like, yeah. We need to render the map now. Do you use any to-dos, planning, note-taker apps? Nope. I have no organizational capabilities whatsoever. I hang around and write code. Genius. I mean, I don't exactly think so. I just simply don't remember things half the time, but whatever. I don't use very much stuff at all, actually, come to think of it. I don't know, occasionally I'll write a Google Doc for something, that's about it. Workout code, tweet, sleep, yeah. Occasionally play some games. Not as much as I'd like to be able to be doing, but, you know. I do miss my games. Hold on, let me fix. There's a misunderstanding happening here. Honestly, the workout lately has been. I'm pretty sure this is why I'm this freaking exhausted today. Is like I haven't done any heavy deadlifts in like over a year because of all the running I've been doing, and I started doing them back on Wednesdays, and I'm just like all woozy from that. I don't know. Is worth it. I want my 4-plate pull back. Eat a lemon. What? What? I love running too. Keeps your mind sane. I wouldn't say I love running. I think I tolerate running and I do it anyways because it's good for me. But, I mean, I hit the goal for the summer, right? I did the 50K. So, now I get to do a little bit more strength stuff. Honestly, though, I think that the 50K, like, has actually decreased my fitness. Because, like, it's not easy to do even, like, a 5K nowadays. It's like, I mean, maybe I'm still recovering, but definitely brutal. I think it didn't click in my head. I was like, oh, it's only a few miles longer than a marathon. It didn't click in my head that the course was so much harder that it was going to take me an extra 2.5 hours. I don't know. I put the article, I have an article on it on X, but like, the thing that I didn't realize is like, you should kind of count by the amount of time it takes you, not by the amount of miles. And I didn't realize this was going to be an extra 2.5 hours of running compared to my previous stuff. Link it. It was a hard course. I could have just done the marathon around it and it would have been, I would have been fine, but I wanted to do the 50. Not having autocomplete is so annoying. Uh, color. Does the thing take map? What's it take? A map. Oh, I messed up. Let's rebuild. Hey guys, I think this is not what was intended. I think this is not what was intended. Nice job. I guess it was painful. It was really weird. It was, yeah, it was painful. I don't know. I think like the marathon I did, what might have even been more painful. It was like, the thing is, the marathons were flat, and when it's flat, you can kind of always force your brain to let your legs keep running. But with the hills, like, I had to hike so many of the hills at the end. Like I couldn't force my body to like run up any incline by the end of it. Like there would be like a little 3 foot hill, and my brain would just like hard shut off my legs. Like stuff was failing for sure. But as a result, like I mean, I was able to push until I was completely exhausted, but it wasn't like I wasn't able to push the amount of pain that I did on like even my first marathon, for instance. My first marathon, I did like the longest run I'd done was 16 miles, and I did 26, right? So that was insane. Yeah, exactly. I see the experience. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really weird, right? Ever tried any Indian food? I am very, very white. Spicy does not work with me whatsoever, like at all. This is the main thing. I have a pretty sensitive digestive system. I've had like really bad food poisoning a few times, and now I have to be really careful with what I eat. Hold on. There's like this weird discussion going on in this Slack. Okay, I don't. This discussion makes no sense to me, so I'm gonna let them figure it out. But yeah, well, I like the stuff I eat now is incredibly, incredibly boring. Like I pretty much go over to Izzy's every morning, and I'll get like a cup of minestrone and a pizza bagel or something, and my coffee. I grab like a couple cookies for the middle of the day, and then I'll have like, some type of pasta or what the heck else? What else have I been getting? Or like, some type of like breakfast food. Like I'll get like eggs and potatoes or something, like, for dinner. And I'll have like a protein shake in the middle of the day. That's about it. It's incredibly boring. We already have times tile size. That's what's wrong. I gotta go. Have a good stream. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. I think we got this working right though. Oh yeah, I got it working. Look at that. Woo. This feels like super buttery smooth as well compared to. Actually, this is only 30 FPS. Let's make it 60 FPS because, like, why not, right? 60 FPS pathing to everywhere. Tell me that's not awesome. Well, that actually tells us that we're pretty much good to go, right? So, oh, wait. No, no, no. This only tells us that the render is good. We haven't actually checked the pathing. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so there's this read file, right? Yeah, I feel really stupid. And I'm gonna be honest, this is real stupid. Okay, env map grid. So we do find char grid. Yeah, let's do this. And then we get rid of this. Right? And then we do okay, this is really, let's just move thing.c test thing.h. There we go. This. Do the grid. And then we do the AI paths, which are right here. Okay, and then we do renderer map AI paths. Map. Map. Okay, like this. And don't need any of this anymore. And our paths are wrong now, right? Our paths are wrong. So we have to fix all this, right? Lots of stuff to fix. Lots of stuff to fix. Compute pathing. Dest, source, source. YX, YX. That looks good. Paths of address like this. buffer is passed here. Well, shoot, I'm gonna have to debug all this stuff, right? Why are we checking the path data here? Because we fill it in, right? Oh, but is it supposed to be 255 at the start? Hold on. Yeah, look, it's supposed to be 255 at the start. That's what's wrong. So that's fine. Not that stupid. Does it all have to be 255? Yeah, it all has to be 255, right? Yeah, like this. Okay, it's actually computing something. And we get out of bounds. Test pathing. Oh wait, it's right here? According to this, it's here. Something's in the buffer that's wrong. Okay, the buffer is 8 times n times n. Size of int. Isn't this what it is? Is it size 3? Hold on. How big is this buffer supposed to be? Ugh. 8 by n by n by 3. I messed up. But wait, how does it work? So it's 8 times n. Why is it 8 times n times n? Oh, 8 directions. Okay, that's fine. That took a little longer, I think, than the Scython version, but we also have the address sanitizer on. Okay, so interestingly, these paths look correct to me, but it's not drawing them all the way up for some reason. That's really weird. So we'll figure that out. Oh, wait, does that mean... Hold on. Yeah, look, it's just because right... Wait, what? R less than N, C less than N. Wait, what? Did you do this backwards? I don't think it matters, but maybe it does. Is that gonna make it take longer? Let's see. We also have address sanitizer on, which I think slows it down, right? Okay, that fixed it. So, I mean, that took a little bit of work, right? But now as a result, we have the ability to generate this pathfinding data in pure C. And honestly, if I were not this exhausted, this would not have even been that hard. I don't know, I gotta figure out where the energy has been going lately. But it's cool. I want to see what happens if I take off the F sanitize address. And the -G. Okay, that's actually now it's faster than the Python code. If you actually compile it without all the extra junk, it's faster. So with very little effort, it's quite good now. Yeah, obviously address sanitizer is going to make it take longer. So now we have this done. Let's see if we can get the pre-compute pathing here. I'm not going to do size of unsigned char. That's ridiculous. Pre-compute pathing. Oh, this allocates it for us. So literally it's a one-line change now. It's just going to be like this, right? And now we get to do build local, right? And then we do this thing dot slash MOBA game. And now it should take a while to load because we have it with all the compilation flags doing the pre-computing. Did our puffers go to, did they go fight? Let's see. Oh yeah, look, this one's going. Why do we only have one minion? Oh, the others are already here fighting. Cool. So it looks like they're pathfinding just fine. Go, my puffers. I'm in your base, killing your dudes. I think they're gonna kill me here. Oh, no, we got the distract on them. High value. I think this is pretty solid. So now the question is, does this compile? Ay, mem leaks. Well, we'll fix these. These are easy to fix. But I want to see if I can compile this to WebAssembly first. And all that we have to do is we take out this embed here. This is the 250 megabyte embed. Takes it a second. And then let's not hit enter here. Copy. Build. Okay, so now we have this copied, right? Snake game works. What about this game? Oops. OOM? Should not be OOMing. Air, what? What's wrong? I hate JavaScript. JavaScript is awful. I was writing in C, so I literally wouldn't have to touch this. So why am I touching JavaScript? Cannot grow memory? Is there like a max? Is there a max for the page or something dumb I don't know about? The stack doesn't tell you anything. I don't know. Maybe this stupid GPT. Can you just build with more memory like this? Of about 2 GB? Well, that's totally fine. What's it? Initial memory? Gotta recompile. Okay. Okay. File not found. Let's see what we get in here. Get Puffer MOBA, right? And we probably have, whoops. Still out of memory. Like this, S assertions. I did build with S assertions. What's up? Is it just not building correctly with this? Hold on. I didn't rebuild. That was dumb. Okay, hold on. Oh, look at that. We get actual errors now. Okay, so we have shader versioning bullshit. But we're almost having this run on the web. That'll be fun. So we have to figure out what version of web is running. Might be running on a WebGL. This is the flag that I was looking for. And I shouldn't have to do this portion because EMCC should just do it, I think. So many bloody flags. Alright. We remake. No issues found. We get the Puffer MOBA game, right? Now no errors. Oops. We wait for the page. Does it just run really slow? Is that what's happening? Let me just try something real quick. So I'm just going to set all these paths to 0, essentially. And then I'm going to build web. Oops. Move the files over. And then we're going to rebuild. No errors. So now the pathing is wrong because obviously I adjusted it. But like the game should run. I hate JavaScript. I hate the whole web ecosystem. It's so shit. Why is this? Can I like log? What the fuck is wrong with this tab? It literally doesn't let me paste. That's so stupid. Where'd it go? It just gone. Okay. I don't know where my just freaking chat went. Does Snake still work? Yeah, Snake still works, right? It works like perfectly as well. Man, this like doesn't work, no errors thing is kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Are there no sources? What? Right here, it says get build, right? Game, JS, Blossom, HTML. it just not? Hold on. Why are there no files? Holy hell, this is dumb. Why is stuff not even load now? That's nuts. Okay. So when I do this, right, I hit Control Shift I, I get a whole bunch of logging. WebGL 1.0. Says we have two, which we should. WebNN. Wait, is this a thing? It should be freaking working. I really don't want to have to rewrite this shader in with a super old version of GLSL in order to make it work on web. That's like ridiculous, right? Okay. Are we doing WebGL? What we're doing is called suffering. We just have GLSL, we just have normal shaders, and like shit's not compiling well. So like this works, right? This is totally fine. And then if I go back, this just doesn't work, slash crashes, with no errors. We don't get any logs. I, writing for WebGL 1.0 is just so garbage. Like it doesn't have anything. I guess it has a few things. It has like sign. Here, let me just paste the shader in and see. Hold on, let me just do one thing. I'm not going to trust GPT to port it, but I'm going to see if it says that there's... Here. Where do I enable that? So there's like a fair bit of crap I'd have to change. WebGL.enable prototype. Where is that? – 2016. Yeah, but what is here, right? And like, if everybody's gonna have to enable this shit, like... Doesn't do anything, right? And I don't even think I get any errors is the issue. Yeah, see? Like if I swap the build to use WebGL1, it's fine, but then when I use 2, it just throws a hissy fit, I don't know. Should I just start working on porting this thing to 1 if 2 is like unstable? Am I wrong here? Is WebGL2 generally considered like stable and supported and something's just crazy here? Or is it more reasonable to have to do this in 1? Like I'm not even getting these load statements or anything. Changing into attribute. See if you can run. Okay. Okay, so these do run, right? So maybe this is not the issue. Hmm. Does he have any examples on this? Let me check. It's strange, no error. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with this. It's driving me nuts. Shaders. I mean, we have here. Shaders are, yeah, look, they use OpenGL3. Wait, what? Does this thing here, does it need to be compatible? with GL if defined platform desktop. That makes sense. Hold on, let me close the door. What in the heck? So it looks like these are actually, they have like one platform 1.0. Maybe there is actually like an mscripted limitation. Let me just try to port this real quick just to see. Because like technically I can port this to 1.0. Let me try, because I'll be able to tell whether this is good or not very quickly. Why can't I copy and paste stuff? Come on. There. Okay. Shader. Local. Okay, so the frag shader doesn't work. I'm just gonna I'm gonna use this to like just do the initial portion. Is this thing dumb? $58. Huh? How is this user uninitialized? So all it has is lerp used uninitialized. I don't understand how this is uninitialized. Is it like a reserved? Why can't I? Is there something wrong with this? 61. Okay, hold on. Why? I don't understand this freaking thing. Is it actually 10.0? Stupid. Okay, so now we have a shader of some type. It doesn't seem to be a good shader. Probably we need to pass something in here. Pass texture size as a uniform from JS. Resolution, is this it? Okay, we need to do renderer shader resolution, which is how do I damn it. What do I freaking pass this as? Get the location obvious, yeah. Ah, so it should be a float 3. Float 3. Shader resolution. Wait, but is that how it works? Shader X. Shader camera X. These are floats. Get shader. Okay. And then So freaking confused by this. Shader camera X, and then there's shader X, right? Okay, and you use both. It's an int. Now we have to do the resolution. And the fact that I'm porting this stupid thing and it's like causing all this. Okay, so it's just rendering it at some fucking crazy ass resolution, right? What even is this? Screen. Texture size. What's texture 0? Texture size, texture 0, texture size, texture 1. I think this is literally just constant 128. Oh, is this not it? Oh, well, this is closer to it, right? Let's divide by 22. Is this like... I don't think makes sense. 260. Okay, like you can tell that it's getting closer, but this is some huge resolution. I'm trying to think what this was supposed to be originally. Texture, size, texture 0. Isn't this the screen? Wait, I think this is the screen. Is this correct? Okay, so it is the screen resolution. We do have to pass the screen res. And it's still slightly off, you can see, right? Does this need to be like my monitor resolution or something? Oh yeah, it is the monitor resolution, right? Yeah. It wobbles all around though. Like this shader's not perfectly the same. It's weird. I mean, we should probably see if this even fixes it, right? So let's say we'll do this for now, right? Because at least this lets us test something. We also forgot to remove the weird flag, right? There's this use WebGL2 flag, which we think was messing stuff up. Okay, make this. So here's the snake game. And it lags. And there's nothing in the console. It doesn't even fix it. So how am I supposed to debug stuff when I'm just not getting any error messages? Like why why are there no errors? I don't understand. Network tab. What's this supposed to give me? Why would there be anything in here? It's 100% client side. So it doesn't even work if you break everything by making it Web 1.0. Glad I didn't spend too long on that. Hell. Hallucinating. Yeah. Close chat GPT. It's dumb as fuck. Um Does it think that it's actually rendering correctly? Is that the thing? It thinks that the game is going correctly? It can't, right? Message not found. Hold on. Was there a message not found? But if I go click this, it just wants these. And then it loads. And it doesn't give me the Raylib icon. No issues. Why not? Cool. Print log you can use in the code. I don't think it will. I mean, I can try. I don't think it prints whatever you do in C, right? I don't think it'll print anything that I type in C. I mean, this stuff is actually, you're supposed to get this. Hold on. I think that if I might be wrong. If I click the snake, it's literally just screwed up the server. Hold on. Okay, so if I click this, right, you can see I actually get all this info, and I'm not getting this. So I should actually, right, I should be able to click here. I see that it's getting the files. It's lagging for, I don't know why. And then there's nothing here. I'm trying to think what else I might have had to have done to get the snake thing working. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else. Hi, welcome. We're trying to get this Mobu to run on the browser, and it's not working for some reason. Porting the shader to WebGL1 just messed it up and didn't even help. I mean, this looks terrible with this. Hold on. Yeah. How does it get Raylib? Wait, hold on. How does it get Raylib? I'm embedding these files. Maybe it's not getting linked to Raylib correctly. No, it has right here. EMCC-O. Completed Internet is having a spike here. Hold on, guys. We'll see whether this cuts out. Are we still up? We're dropping frames like crazy. Minute. Because it goes out every day. It's ridiculous. I'm supposed to have a gigabit, and it goes out every day. It looks like maybe we're back. We're not dropping any more frames. Okay, I think it might be good. Well, I was in the middle of answering the thing, but the long and the short of it is you have to start building stuff, right? Like you're not going to learn to be actually build stuff in school. You have to start building stuff on the side. You have to start making projects and stuff. And like frankly, the best way that you can do that is to forget about a lot of the OOP and a lot of like the structure stuff and to just write very simple code in the simplest way possible. Like hold on. Yeah. All right, this is 2,000 lines of C that I've been coding, right? There are a few structs. There are no fancy design patterns. There's no fancy inheritance. And we're offline again. God damn it, Xfinity. I don't know what's happening. It's just like dipping constantly. Xfinity, man. I don't know what it is like. It's usually in like the late afternoon. It's the time of the day. It's still dipping. I'm trying to think if I want to go reset the router. I don't think that's going to do anything. Really appreciate it. Start simple, build. Yeah, you really just need to start, like, don't overcomplicate it, though. Like, the best advice I can give you is just don't overcomplicate it. Just build stuff, very simple. Don't try to think super hard about the design. Just write stuff, very simple. Make a simple game or something fun, right? Man, I wanted to give a proper answer to that as well, but it's just like, stupid stream keeps cutting out. Damn it, Xfinity. Is it stable now? I'm seeing no more dropped frames. Be back. Yeah, see you around. Stay annoys me as well because it ends up splitting my VODs up a bunch as well. So instead of having like one 8-hour VOD, I'll have like a bunch of shorter VODs, and it's really obnoxious. I gotta just get the internet fixed here. Maybe I'll do a router reset later tonight. Message delay is crazy. Okay, let's just fix that now while I'm figuring some stuff. I thought there's like there should be a setting for it. Studio. Reset the router. Create, yeah. Creator Studio. If this thing actually... We're still dropping frames, aren't we? We're dropping? Yeah. I'm gonna set the... After this, I'll fix the router. I don't know what the... I don't even think it's the router is the thing, unless it's just been remotely bricked by some dumb update, but like... Look, I don't even have block links on, and it blocks them anyways. Go live. It should have me live now, right? Maybe it's here. It says live, but it doesn't have the option.